crafters, today's DIY are going to be some super cute Dollar Tree nautical decor. I'm Daniela with DD's Art Workshop. If you like staying on a budget and DIYs, this channel is for you. Don't forget to subscribe. Today's DIYs are part of the Nautical Open Challenge hosted by Farm Charm Chic, Crafty Cove, 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, and Our Gray House. Check them out in the description below along with the playlist where you will meet other crafters. Our first DIY is a Dollar Tree beach theme picture. I'm using this Dollar Tree mason jar. It could be any mason jar that you have at home. I had this sand at home, which you could buy at Dollar Tree as well. I'm shaking it around a bit so it's nice and even all around, and I'm going to be using small little seashells and I'm just scattering them all around my sand. You guys, and I love Polaroids. I own a Polaroid camera. I don't know about you guys. Do you own one? If you don't, you really should, because these little pictures are so cute. I'm putting this picture of hubby and I, and grab some twine. This one's already ready to just slip on, but you can just wrap it around, add a little bow, and this is the final look. Simple yet so adorable for your beach theme, and my little accents are from Target and I am loving it. Let me know what you think, if you like it or if you'll be making it. Our second DIY is a Dollar Tree beach themed decor. I am using a vase and this very thick jute cord, and I'm going to be using my hot glue gun for this DIY. I'm adding a little bit of glue and just adding my jute cord, and I'm not going to glue this part because I felt it was tight enough to just wrap around, and I don't want to mess up my jute cord in case I want to use this for something else, but I am going to add a little bit of more hot glue to the end. Just add it just like so. Now this white sand I got from Dollar Tree, and I am going to be using one package. One package was actually perfect, and just pour it in. I had this white candle at home which fits perfectly. You can also purchase at Dollar Tree if you like, and just go ahead and put it in there real nicely. I had these little seashells and I'm just scattering them all around my candle, and you can purchase these at Dollar Tree as well, and just scatter them all around your candle. And I'm going to be using one seashell only to glue on the front of my little display, little centerpiece, and it's just going to add a final touch, you guys, and I am loving it. This is another simple DIY, super cute, but it just looks like it was worth a lot more than I paid for it. Our third DIY is 2 Dollar Tree mini nautical signs. I found these 2 little wooden pieces at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be using some acrylic paint to paint these little pieces. They look like little palettes. That's what they remind me of. So I decided to paint each little wooden piece a different color just to give it a nautical vibe, and just, I don't know, it's not all one solid color, and I really liked the results, you guys. And I'm sorry that I went so fast. You can't really see the colors that I'm using, so I'm going to try and put those in the description below. Now, have you seen those little wooden nautical pieces that Dollar Tree carries? Well, they carry them almost every single year, and I'm going to be using 2 of those. I'm going to be using the anchor and the wheel of the ship, and I painted those in a gray, and I'm simply gluing those on my little wooden pieces. And once again, another simple and super cute DIY that looks so adorable, and you can't beat $1. Well, now it would be $1.25, but I did get these when Dollar Tree was only $1. The next DIY is a Dollar Tree seashell wreath, and I'm going to be using this aqua color, and I'm going to be painting some of my seashells, and you can purchase these at Dollar Tree, and I'm not painting all of them, just some. And this is another simple DIY. I bought this grapevine wreath at Dollar Tree, and I'm just loosening a few of those little grapevine sticks or whatever they're called, loosening it a little bit so it's not so perfect, and I'm just hot gluing all over my wreath, just like so. Actually, if you want to know the exact color that I used, it is full cart paint in the color patina. Now guys, this is an old video that I never posted, so the quality is not 100%. I'm really sorry about that, and I didn't show it, but I did add jute cord. I tied a knot to the top, and this is the final look, and what it should look like. Does not look Dollar Tree at all. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Our next DIY is a Dollar Tree pizza pan mermaid wreath, and this is another oldie but goodie. I wanted to include this DIY because it's one of my first tutorials and when I actually got started with my YouTube. So we are first cleaning our surface of our Dollar Tree pizza pan, and we are starting to paint some waves. And I will add the paints that I am using and the colors in the description below just in case you guys want to remake this. And once again, I'm sorry if the quality is not the best. Like I said, it's one of my first videos. I'm gonna go ahead and paint some of my edges in some of the blues, and just go ahead and match your waves. Blend your blues, play with it. This does not have to be perfect, you guys. Use your imagination. I am adding a little bit of white just to give it more of a dimension. Blend your colors, and once again, it doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. This is gonna all come together in the end. Just wait and see. Keep blending all of your blues and just keep painting your first wave. Once you finished your first wave, you can go ahead and start on your second wave design. And on this one, I'm starting with that patina folk art. It's kind of like a teal. Once again, I will add the colors in the description below if you want to use the ones I did. I'm going to go ahead and start on my second color, and that's going to be like a darker blue. I am going to be doing multiple coats on this DIY, on this painting. So to speed up the process, you can always blow dry after you finish painting one color or whenever you see needed, and it'll just speed up the process. And here I'm going to be adding a little bit more of that teal color on top of that first wave I did. I'm doing a second coat, and just go ahead and do that wherever you see needed. And it's just going to pop and just make it look so much neater, so much prettier. And you guys, I'm so excited for you to see the end results if you haven't seen this DIY. Now here I'm going to fill in the middle because it just needs to be all blue, and I'm just doing the same thing, adding a different shade of blue and just adding multiple blues until I get the shade that I want. Once again, it does not have to be perfect, you guys. You won't really see this part, but we do need it to be covered in case just a little bit shows, and it should look a little like this or something similar. And I'm going to be adding white to the top because this is going to be the sky, and I'm mixing it with some blues and just mixing both colors until it looks like a really pretty light blue with white. And of course, we're going to do another second coat just for better coverage. I am going to be going over any other places that I feel needs better coverage, and that's what I'm doing right now. Once I feel satisfied with the way my waves look or the design I made, I'm going to be using this wall decal that I purchased at Dollar Tree. I don't know if Dollar Tree still carries this particular mermaid, but I do know they carried some mermaid designs because I have seen them. I am cutting out my mermaid, only my mermaid, and I'm going to get an idea where I want her to be. And once I know where I want her, I'm going to go ahead and glue her on. Even though it's self-adhesive, I am adding a little bit of Mod Podge just so it's really stuck on there. And I'm going to go ahead and find the center where I want her, and go ahead and gently just glue her on. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same to the second part, add a little bit of Mod Podge and glue it to the second half just like so. And it looks perfect. She looks so perfect, you guys. In the end, it's going to look like she is painted on there as well. I'm going to let my mermaid wall decal dry for about 15 to 20 minutes, and once that is dry, I'm going to seal my mermaid with some Mod Podge. I I started off with a smaller brush and then I just switched to a larger sponge brush to just get better coverage and get a little bit more glue on my entire mermaid, and so you really can't see those streaks. Now, glitter makes a lot of things better, and I really felt that my waves needed some glitter, and if this is going to be for a little girl's room, this is going to be perfect, you guys. The glitter is really going to make those waves pop. Now you can go ahead and let this dry or blow dry and make sure it's really dry, you guys. You can seal your paint with either of these. I'll be using gloss varnish in Duraclear, and you can purchase this at Michael's. It's one of my favorite sealers and I use it a lot, you guys. This step is really gonna make this whole piece come together, and it's gonna make it look like it's all painted on, you guys. Just wait and see. And we're gonna go ahead and let that dry or blow dry it. Make sure it's really dry, and we are ready to add our sand. I had this Pro Bond glue at home and I found that it was stronger than regular Elmer's glue, and I'm gonna go ahead and add that with a paintbrush and sprinkle my sand all on the bottom of my little mermaid. I am shaking off the excess sand, all of that extra sand that I don't want on there, and look how pretty that looks. It will need a little bit more sand, so I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of more glue to the top of the sand where I have already glued, and just sprinkle a little bit more on just so it's more fuller and thicker. Feel that you still need a little bit more sand, go ahead and do a third coat, which is what I'm going to be doing, my third and last coat. Now we want to go ahead and add some seashells to the bottom. We're going to go ahead and hot glue these little shells from Dollar Tree. We will be using some nautical rope, also from Dollar Tree. This one is like a medium size. It's not too thick, but not too thin. And we are gonna hot glue all around our pizza pan just to give it that final touch, but we are not done yet, so please stick around. And I didn't show this part, but I did paint the bottom part in golden brown just so it matched my sand. Even though you won't see it once I glue my nautical rope, you won't see it that much, but I just rather be safe just so it matches a little bit with my sand, and that way it doesn't look off, you know. So that's what I did. If you want to do, that's optional. I have already made a little bow with the same rope, and I am gluing it to the center top of my wreath. Now, Dollar Tree always carries these super cute fish nets, and I always make sure I have these in stock because they are so cute and you can use it for so many things. So I'm going to be adding it to the side of my wreath, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut just what I need, and I'm going to hot glue it for another detail. Make sure you hot glue your net to the back so it's nice and secure on there. And I'm also going to be adding more seashells all on the side of my wreath just to add more final little touches. Also hot glued some twine to the back of my pizza pan wreath, that way I can hang my pizza pan mermaid wreath. This is one of my first DIYs, first YouTube tutorials, and I'm so proud of this one because this is how I started my journey on YouTube. It got a lot of attention in one of my groups that I was in, so this really got me inspired, and I wanted to bring this one back in this challenge because it is nautical theme and it means so much to me because it is one of my first DIYs on here. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I hope I inspired you in some way, and if you do make it, please let me know in the comments below or tag me on Instagram, or let me know which DIY was your favorite. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed. It really helps my channel. These DIYs reminded me on how great God's love is for us. Psalm 93:4 says, "Mightier than the waves of the sea is his love for you." Remember to spread love, kindness, and stay crafty.